As I feared, we arrived in different locations. I am in a place with the smell of burning ash on a hot wind, and the sounds of a distant battle. It matters not. You have awakened once again, and we must set you on your path. Days, weeks, I cannot tell. The voyage between worlds disrupted all sense of time and space. I know only that you were deposited into the sea, and some charitable soul fished you out and brought you to dry land. I'm afraid you'll have to decide that for yourself. I must focus on searching for a way to repay Lyris's bold sacrifice. I cannot simply abandon her to the wrath of Molag Bal. I cannot foresee that, not yet. But we will meet again. There is still much we need to accomplish. Be wary, Vestige. Our very plane of existence. The threat of Molag Bal looms across all Tamriel, and chaos spreads in its shadow. Danger roams the land and will assume many forms. Do not let it catch you off guard. You must find your own path, but perhaps there is a reason for the place in which you find yourself. Explore, search for your hand. Join with others. You might be those who rescued you from the sea. The choice is yours.
And on that note, welcome officially to the Elder Scrolls Online reboot. The first video I put up there, the intro, I decided I'd want to make it more cinematic, so I decided to not have any kind of commentary cut into the whole first portion there. Now that things are officially underway, with that sentiment, we are ready to begin. Alright, so let's check out what he gave us. He gave us a bow, and we have a robe. Looks like I have some organizing I need to do. Now this is, if you're expecting this game to be like your typical Elder Scrolls like Skyrim, it's a yes and no kind of answer. There will definitely be things that are different, but there's also similar. Now, a very big turnoff I know for a lot of contemporary Elder Scrolls fans is the fee that you pay a month, which that's totally understandable. But I don't know. I just really enjoy everything that is in the Elder Scrolls universe so much that I'm willing to spend that $15 a month for this game. I mean, pretty much you get to explore many areas of Tamriel that was once warded off by invisible walls and such. Just to kind of look perspective here. Think of it like Borderlands as far as the world maps work. You have your main area that's chock full of areas that lead out into other areas. So it's kind of like a hub world set up where you have all these different sections of which you go through depending on the faction that you so choose. Now we have many different sections here. I chose to go through the Ebonheart Pact, which that'll take me through the area of Bleakrock Isle right here. It'll take me through All Foyen, Stone Falls, Ashan, Shadowfen, the Rift, as well as East March. These two you guys are probably quite familiar with. Up here we have Windhelm, so we actually have the province of Windhelm in this game, as well as holds Rift. I really am excited to play through this, to play through areas that are considered mainland Morrowind here, which is pretty much where I'm drawing my cursor here. It's like this whole section here is considered mainland Morrowind. We actually get to touch down into Blackmarsh a little bit down here in Shadowfen, at least border-wise. This whole section here is pretty much Blackmarsh. If you guys choose to go through the Aldmeri Dominion, you get to check out this isle, or said isles, as well as all of Valenwood and parts of elsewhere. If you guys choose to go through the Daggerfall Covenant, you get to go through all of Hammerfell and parts of High Rock. Now you may be wondering what this area and this area is. Cyrodiil, MMO, well technically an MMO RPG. This is the PvP area, or the player versus player. This area is gigantic. It is purely gigantic. And I should be able to give you guys a quick look at that whenever we level to be able to access that area. This area here is an add-on in one of the updates. This adds an extra area of just pure dungeons and new areas to gather loot and such. That is for when you get into the advanced ranks. The leveling system in this game is a little bit different from what you're used to. It has a similar leveling up process like in Skyrim, where you can choose to upgrade health, stamina, or magic. But you also have skills that are kind of like the special attributes in Skyrim, except you don't only use them once a day.
Like that. Didn't think you were still breathing when they dragged you out of the drink, but here you are, plain as day. You owe a lot to the crew from Bleakrock. A shame they didn't find anyone willing to help. Someone named Rana needs aid on Bleakrock. She asked for volunteers, but we've our own problems in Davon's Watch. No one signed up. Her boss in Liesel is down by the docks if you want to ask about it. Or you can stay here. Choice me.
Alright, so that Bleakrock, the area that I'm more or less going to at this point, is a starter area. It's an area for pretty much players that are my level between level 3 and 5 to go through and get acquainted with with the whole system of things.
This is taking longer than
Now, outside of Cyrodiil, that entire area is considered PvE, or player versus enemy. Pretty much your normal Elder Scrolls game experience. Just with the exception you have other players that are running around, such as these guys. If you ever wanted to play an Elder Scrolls game that has multiplayer functionality, this is it right here.
Back on your feet already? You needn't offer me gold. I only did what anyone should. I helped someone in need. On my like some people I can point at. Can, even from near-drowned folks like you. I've been back to Bleakrock a couple of times since plucking you from the sea by the scruff of your neck. Things aren't getting better there. People from the sea are already dead, but you've got gear. I bet you've seen battle. I told my boss last trip, and she wants to meet you. Pay me back by helping. Come with me to Bleakrock.
I really do enjoy the overall atmosphere that they have in this game. It's on the levels of Skyrim, of just how nicely things are to look at, especially when you got the graphics completely maxed out. Now, for the long run, I do apologize for the shakiness of the camera, a little bit of, I guess you can say, lag. That is actually entirely of the recorder. It seems to affect this game a lot more than other games. So
I'm short on good help, and I could use someone capable.
Gameplay is
like
still
you.
functional, and so you guys should still be able to enjoy it.
You've seen that, and I need all the help I can get today. Villagers scattered across the island. We need to warn them. We sighted a ship offshore. I've sent my troops to investigate. If it's the vanguard of an invasion, well, we'll need to evacuate. You'll find the people of Bleakrock all across the island. Darj, the hunter, went to Skyshroud Barrow. Iman's out at Orky's Hollow with his sister Rolanda. Say, my sergeant, is out at Hossen's Folly. It's an old dragon shrine. It's a relic of the Dragon Wars. The villagers claim they saw undead out there. I sent Darj out to get proof. Locals claim it's haunted. They dare each other to spend a night inside. It's a silly custom, but a harmless one. It's an abandoned mine. A family came out from Stonefall to work the place. Rumor has it, they're Daedra worshippers. Now some bandits are hunting through the place, and we need to know why. Locals claim it's haunted. Till Ronnie Snowborn I'll answer what I can. Posted to this backwater, you mean? I made a hasty decision. A bad call. Soldiers died. I learned my lesson. Now I don't act without proof. I took her job. You might have heard her yelling about that in the square. It's petty, but what can I do? Every time I've reached out to her, she slapped my hand.
Yes. The Ebonheart Pact is very loosely held together. It is encompassed by Dark Elves, Nords, and Argonians. It's a very shaky alliance. You need to dip into the lore of things, which pretty much as long as you guys have played more and Skyrim, you pretty much have everything you need to know. But in case you guys haven't played through those two games, pretty much the Argonians for the longest time were enslaved by the Dark Elves.
Go let Captain Rana know.
And well, you know the Nords, they just don't like anybody that's not a Nord. They tolerate at the very least. But the alliance was formed due to threats from the Daggerfall Covenant, which encompasses the Bretons, Red Guards, and Orcs, and the Aldmeri Dominion, which encompasses the High Elves, the Bosmer or the Wood Elves, and the Khajiit. So the Ebonheart Pact is more or less formed out of necessity rather than practicality. And I think they definitely show evidence of that throughout this. At least they show bits and pieces of that through in the Stone Falls area where we first started.
I can understand you. Oh my, I'm never... No. Follow me. I'll show you.
And they really gave the Nords a very... well... it's more the... what... how you hear people talk in the Swedish area of Europe. The specific term for that area escapes me right now.
Oh, thank Kine. You have it. My friends and I were
Pretty
out
much
hunting in the
Vikings.
woods when a mad mage ran up and began throwing spells at us. I think he only knew me. He dropped that wand in the snow as he left. I don't know how spells work. I tried picking up the but it wouldn't let me. I think it does the spell. Or... Look, my friends are Falther, Brent, and Runsenwild. They're skeevers now. Please find them and use the wand to fix them.
Really like how the expanded this system they have. They actually give you a short description of the different markers on here, which is really nice. Might feel like a little bit of a handicap off of Skyrim, but in the long run of things, it's pretty helpful for navigating around. Yep, I just leveled up. Now, hidden around each map section are these things called sky shards, which pretty much you collect 3
Come
and
to
then you
prove your
gain a skill
courage?
point.
So did my brother. Now he's gone. Thank you. I just hope we are not too late. Brother never was the sharpest sword on the rack, but he's all I've got left. I'm in this cave, so... The Frozen Man does all sorts of things to people who enter his domain. Leave Ayman in there? Since and Mother left, he's all I have. He takes enter Orchi's Hollow. Now he's taken my brother. I should... Old Rory. He went in when the soldiers dragged him up.
The enchantment system in this game is also a little bit different. You collect these different runestones here, but you have aspect runestones, you have potency runes. There was do a combination of the 3 to create your different enchantments, and it does a variety of different enchantments. I really enjoy the crafting system in general in this game because it is so detailed, in a manner of speaking. I feel like it's more in-depth than Skyrim got with their crafting system.
Is it someone you know? Guess who I am, and I might let him go.
Let's see. Get the magic down. Right, so I do a couple different things. these are the different skills that you guys kind of got to look at in the first video. You have each section for your different classes that each do their own separate thing. And you can spend a long time looking through these. Let's see. I'll go with the head. Yeah, I'll go ahead and use these.
Keep walking.
You have an action bar where you have your different skills. If I find an enemy in here, you'll see more of what I'm talking about.
You'll make a lovely squirrel. So how rude! Digging through my things. What manners?
Really enjoy how in-depth this game has gotten since when it was first released. They've really done a pretty good job at making it feel more and like an actual Elder Scrolls game. Alright, we got a bear up there. Alright, at the bottom of my screen there it uses Q, 1 through 5, and R. 1 through 5 are your skills. Q is your hot queue list. It works like Oblivion. You have the wheel. And then R is your ultimate ability, which pretty much is an awesome attack. And yeah, the enemies, depending on their level, are difficult.
Leave that be. Let's try this.
Takes care of 2 bears. And another thing I like, and this is kind of after playing through Morrowind, is they reintroduced the medium armor class again in this game.
Look up, greedy squirrel. See something shiny? Don't break your neck.
And another thing I really like that ZeniMax Online Studios did is random chests will appear throughout the maps, and some of them appear in like very odd places where pretty much you wouldn't really find them unless you were exploring the terrain like you would in a regular Elder Scrolls game. And I think they purposely did that just for the players who have played through the regular Elder Scrolls series. You know, if you guys are skeptical about having to pay $15 a month, they have a workaround. You guys can just purchase a game card It gives you, I think it was either a month or 2 months of gameplay time. So you can more or less play this at your leisure without having to spend the extra money. So if you guys are very interested in giving this game a try, then that is a perfect option for you guys. I mean, if you guys can run Skyrim, you can easily run this.
What have you thought, clever squirrel? Do you have a guess?
Digging away, puffy little cheeks. What have you found? A spy? Why? Oh my, you're a smart one. Whatever will I do with you? That's no fun. Join me inside. We'll play a game of shells. Win, and you get Iman. Lose, and you'll be my newest squill.
This game definitely has a lot of charm to it. I mean, overall, this game just has a whole lot of charm.
Here I am, or am I here? Guess wrong.
Now the trick to this one is go to the guy that's not dancing. Which it's, I think this is actually changed because I think they're all before just standing still. So it was more of a random guess. But games like this,
Don't talk to me.
things
I'm a
change up
shrub.
on you sometimes.
Your soul is missing. Want mine? It's black and gooey. No, we're having old friends for supper. Drink some roots. Stay with us. You'll be safe here. The stones, the shiny ones. They're pretty until you turn your back, and then whoosh, skulls implode, bones shatter. This is my safest place. My friends are here. Don't take them. Want. Greedy squirrels. We wanted to leave here, but then shiny stones. I ate them after. They were cold. They hurt my teeth. Oh, it gives me headaches, and it tastes like sawdust. Go on, you eat it. People in shape, like Arroway. She's a candlestick. She's bright as the stars. And Tarak, he's never been happier. The shiny stones did that. The roots. Oriel's 3 toes. I tried to save him, but his head wouldn't stop. Now he's a milk jug. So? That's the first thing you've said that makes any sense.
The character dialogue
Fine.
is pretty
Take
interesting
Ivan.
sometimes.
Just leave my friends alone. And don't blame me if the shiny stones get you.
And I missed it. Ouch. Probably should have jumped. Oh well. You actually have decent health regeneration when
What happened?
in this.
Did you see those Covenant soldiers? I saw a group of them exploring the cave. They laughed at me, hanging in the ice. Then, the frozen man got them. You don't have to tell me twice.
Iman,
Rolly, save me!
your love. Where did you find him? Kind's gift. We'll head back to the village right now. Rana's going to flay his full hide. I can't properly repay you, but please, take this. It was our mother's. I can't thank you enough for finding my brother.
Kind of interesting if your mother is carrying around a hammer like that.
Soldiers here? That's ill news. I'll get my brother back to the village. In the meantime, we're going.
Alright.
You should have seen it, Rolly.
I need need to
That cave is incredible.
do some crafting work, I think. You'll find a wide variety of different resources in the map, like maple here, which is used for crafting shields and staves and bows. Off of wolves and bears and such, you have a chance of getting rawhide, which is used to You have iron here, which is used to create weapons like swords and such, as well as heavy armor. Here's another another rune, potency rune. And then you'll find plants like jute, spider silk, and some. Now you also have other plants and such used for alchemy to create different potions and such. And that sometimes happens where hit detection is a little bit of an issue, but it's not that big of a deal. The scheme especially when you're fighting like this. Yeah, mountain flyer. This is one of the alchemy ingredients here, since it has different. Now, one thing that I like is they have a bank system in this game where you can pretty much, think of it Borderlands 2, where you could store weapons to trade between characters. It's like that, except it starts off as the standard. Sorry about that. Starts off as the standard size of your inventory, and you can more or less store different items. Get out of here. I want that plant. Yep, there's some rawhide. This is plant that gives you material to make light armor. Let's see, I need to get back up. Essence rune that. Oh, good. Now I can make an enchantment. Now enchantments vary. Some are used on armor, some are used on weapons, some are used on jewelry. Kind of like in the Skyrim. And one thing that I kind of like is, instead of other stuff like in Skyrim to enchant weapons and armor, you just make these more or less runes that you equip onto weapons and such, and then that weapon gets that enchantment. And you can change enchantments at any time too, so long as the weapon didn't come with an enchantment on it already. I want to say that, I believe that's how it works. Big thing to this game, like Skyrim, any Elder Scrolls game, when finding good things, good items to have, to use and such, is just exploring the environment. And I really like the water effects of this game. They're pretty. Sometimes you have some issues with the environment running around. It's not like that's anything new. Apparently I don't have any boots. Yeah, well, I just made a giant circle. Alright, I'm just gonna head back towards the way shrine here. The enemies do respawn a lot quicker than they do in Skyrim. That's just because of they need to accommodate for multiple players that are exploring in the same area. But it's no big deal, because way you get, that's just free experience. Sorry about the weird angle here. Drinking coffee and playing is always interesting at the very least. Collect some more jute. Not that I really need it, because I have a whole nice collection of refined jute in my bank already. That's more or less what your bank space for, is just you can store all your crafting materials in there and craft without any worry of pocket space stuff. If you refine different ores and such that you have stored in your bank slot, the refined version is just in your pockets. Which, that makes sense to me, that would happen. Really enjoy the score of music for this game. They have music for each different area, and it's just very nice. It really adds to the atmosphere. Different tables here. You have, let's see, what do we get over here? This is alchemy. You have your bank over here, marked by the tapestry that has the picture of a chest on. The little sacks there. That's size.
Someday.
Guess I don't have enough gold. You have your black station here, which comes with your the anvil. You have your clothing and light armors. You have your woodworking station. Over there you have your mystics. Your mystics salesmen, which they sell soul gems and some other things. Then you have your variety of different armor sales. And over there, that's a dye station. This is something they've added in the last couple updates, where you can actually unlocking different achievements or fulfilling different achievements unlocks different colors that you can use to dye your armor and such. Which, if anything, that's just a bonus thing, just for fun for players. Alright, so you have one of each kind of rune that you use. There. Since I don't have any of these really translated, done any of these, just gonna three and stick them together. Let's see, I ended up getting a trifling glyph of stamina. Alright, so it's an armor glyph. So you just go over any of your armors, such as this, boots, whatever. And you click R. Okay, you can't look at this. Well, that is a standard boot that you get when you start the game. But you click on any pieces of equipment that you get afterwards, and you can use your enchantment. I'm gonna save that when I actually craft better armor. Now, how crafting works is you have different subsections up here. You have Refine, Creation, Destruct, Improvement, and Research. Under the Research category, a wide variety of different items here that go for all different kinds of apparel. And this workstation, the research depends on the workstation that you're at for weapons and armor. But if you have an item that has a unique trait to it, you can consume that piece of equipment to research the special trait to be able to use it anytime given you have the materials for it. So that would be whatever these gems are, which you find off of enemy drops and other things. In the Refine, this is where you can, well, refine materials and such, which you need at least 10 to refine anything. Under the Creation tab, you have Style, which there's racial motifs in this game that allow you to craft in other styles besides your character's native race. So since I'm an Altmer, I can only craft in the Altmer style right now. But my main character is a Breton, and he's gotten racial motifs for Bosmer, Khajiit, Orc, Dark Elf, besides his Breton style, so you can get a wide variety of different styles for one character. And you have different sections of armor and such here. Kind of like how they added a regular jerkin for armor, so you don't if you don't want to. And you have it gets pretty intricate. See, for now, you just for my character, I'm thinking of doing a mix of medium and light armor, mostly light. So let's see. Alright, so I'm level 4. So, I just craft that. Now I have that piece of equipment. Fortunately, I don't have enough materials here for other items here. I guess I don't have jute as I thought I did. That's okay, I'll craft some other stuff in armor. So I'll craft boots from medium armor. I think I'll make that medium armor as well. And I'll make the belt medium. Now under Destruct, it's like with the research, it's only items that you can create. And you can deconstruct items and gain experience in that specific area. So I can deconstruct that. Let's see. Yeah, I'll deconstruct that. Yeah, and you have a chance of getting materials like I got a piece of jute, so that I can use that for crafting. So it's kind of nice. It's a good way to recycle treasure or loot that you get that you don't want to use or other things. Over here at the woodworking station, that's pretty much you can make different weapons and such, which I really need to make a new staff. Which you have bow, inferno staff, ice staff, lightning staff, and restoration staff. So you have different items that you can use. What you make here are shields, and you have different. I don't know why they just have wooden shields that you make, but the shields are pretty handy to have if you're using a character that uses shields. Alright, let's get my new pearl. Starting to look more like a regular mage now. Alright. I think I'm gonna call it here for the day. We got a couple. So we'll be back. Not sure when the next time I'll get around to this again. I have other things that they're gonna get interested in seeing what more this game is here. And I'll see you guys next time. Oh, on schedule. Starting next week, the school semester kicks up again. I'm still gonna try to get videos out to you guys. I'll definitely be able to get videos out to you guys if I'm not working. As well as Monday mornings, I should be able to get some videos out to you guys if I'm not working. So be on the lookout for those. Alright, see you guys next time.